Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors fire warning shot to NBA with crazy statistic against Lakers. The immense depth on the Golden State Warriors roster could prove a curse at different points, but it's also become blatantly obvious that it will help the franchise to plethora of wins during the regular season. Steve Kerr starting lineup of Stephen Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Draymond Green and Tracy Jackson Davis may have created the most intrigue from Tuesday's win over the Los Angeles Lakers, yet it was the bench unit that propelled the Warriors to their fifth straight win in preseason after going on a 28-7 run during the first half of Sunday's win over the Detroit Pistons. Golden State's second unit outscored Los Angeles by 12 in the 8 minutes that Curry and Green sat in the first half on Tuesday. In a 14-point win, the Warriors outscored the Laker bench by 28, led by a team-high 21 points for the wing Moses Moody in what was his third time leading the team in scoring over the last 4 games. The 22-year-old made 5 threes and added 5 rebounds in just 19 minutes. Golden State ended a plus 23 in the 20 minutes Curry was off the floor. FL veteran forward Kyle Anderson was a game-high plus 22 off the bench, while Moody, Buddy Hield, Kevin Looney and Gary Payton too were all a plus 13 or better. It's not a surprise either when you just look at the contrast in talent and experience between the two benches. The Lakers are leaning heavily on rookie Dalton Knecht, who contributed 19 of their 33 bench points on Tuesday, but the likes of Max Christie, Gabe Vincent, Jackson Hayes, Cam Reddish and Jane Hood-Schifino are still trying to establish or re-establish themselves as genuine rotation players. Los Angeles are unlikely to be the only team to fall victim to an onslaught from Golden State's bench, one that is presenting as one of the best in the league ahead of the regular season. The Warriors are 5th in bench scoring so far this preseason and are 2nd in net rating, only behind the reigning champion Boston Celtics. Golden State may not have a second offensive star that will average 25-plus points, but what they do have is a myriad of scoring options that extends deep on their roster. That was again evident on Tuesday, proving the difference despite a massive 24-point 12-rebound double-double from Lakers star Anthony Davis, even as starters across the league ramp up their minutes and ultimately play over 30 once the season begins. The Warriors are sending a warning to the rest of the league to be prepared for an assault when the bench units go head-to-head. 3 players who have been pleasant surprises in the NBA preseason. The NBA preseason offers a sneak peek at players eager to display the skills they've honed during the off-season. Several athletes have exceeded expectations this year, creating buzz as the regular season approaches. Let's dive into the standout performances of 3 players who have emerged as pleasant surprises for their teams. With all due respect to Cade Cunningham, the 2021 number 1 overall pick, Jaden Ivey has been the best player throughout the preseason for the Detroit Pistons. He looks like a transformed athlete, displaying a more refined and dynamic skill set compared to last season. In 2022-23, Ivey struggled with his shooting, hitting just 33.6% from deep and a mere 33.9% on mid-range shots from 10 to 16 feet. However, he's been much more efficient through 5 preseason games, connecting on 52.9% from downtown and 61.4% overall. He's flashed a more advanced pull-up game from the foul line out to the arc, and he's launching with confidence from long range, hitting several off-the-dribble sidestep threes on defense. Ivey's energy has been relentless, frequently disrupting plays with perimeter strips and staying active as a general disruptor. He has the look of a player determined to change the team's culture, doing the little things on the less glamorous end, fighting through screens, staying in front of his man and swiping at the ball in the post to make life difficult for opponents. While the league has seen many preseason heroes struggle to translate their success into the regular season, Ivey's improved shooting stroke and commitment to playing intense pressure defense both appear highly transferable. Bucks head coach Doc Rivers' decision to continue starting 36-year-old Brook Lopez at center is confusing at best. Although Lopez remains a valuable presence, he slowed down significantly and his prime playing days are behind him. Bobby Porr's incredible preseason preseason performance could force Doc Rivers' hand Porras' shooting 81.8% from three-point range on 3.7 attempts per game and an equally impressive 75% overall from the field. His scoring arsenal has extended far beyond catch-and-shoot opportunities. Point guard Damian Lillard has made a concerted effort to feed piss in the post and mid-range, where he's confidently knocked down an array of smooth turnaround jumpers. Defensively, Tice may not offer the same rim protection as Lopez, but he brings relentless energy on the boards last season. He ranked 30th in the NBA with 7.4 rebounds per game despite playing a more limited bench role than nearly everyone who finished above him. Standing at 6'10", he has the length to bother opposing centers in the paint, and he moves his feet well enough to switch onto smaller wings on the perimeter. Porras won't maintain his 3-point shooting percentage during the regular season. However, if he can carry some of his preseason touch into the Bucks' 2024-25 campaign, he will not only provide a boost to Milwaukee's aging roster, he might earn a much more significant role than last year. At the start of the preseason, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr announced that aside from Steph Curry and Draymond Green, every spot in the starting lineup was up for grabs. It appears that Moses Moody is taking his audition opportunity to heart. During his first 3 years in the league, Moody was primarily known as a catch-and-shoot threat, with over 50% of his attempts coming from beyond the arc. This preseason, however, he has showcased a significantly expanded offensive repertoire. Moody is confidently knocking down mid-range jumpers off screens, pushing the pace in transition and finishing with authority at the rim. He's even leveraging his reputation as a sharpshooter to his advantage, using pump fakes to create driving lanes for himself. Moody was a solid defender last season, closing the year out with a 115 defensive rating, one of the best marks on the Warriors at 6'6", with a 7'1" wingspan. He has the prototypical size to be a top 10 defensive wing in the league, a player capable of guarding positions 1 through 4. Although Coach Kerr hasn't officially stated who will fill Klay Thompson's starting spot, Moody's standout preseason performance has made him a strong contender. Grade: the trade 14 bombshell would send Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. The Golden State Warriors spent their summer trying and failing to trade for an all-star wing. Both Paul George and Lauri Markkanen were within the Dubs' grasp, but both trade possibilities fell through due to Golden State's unwillingness to part with certain prospects. Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski. Next up on the Warriors' wish list is Jimmy Butler, who has not received a contract extension from the Miami Heat. Butler has made his desire to stay in South Beach abundantly clear, but that won't matter if the Heat don't make a concerted effort to keep him around. Butler wants another payday, and some team will cough it up, even if that team is on the opposite coastline. If Butler leaves the sunny shores of Miami, odds are he wants to contend for a championship and live comfortably in a major market. San Francisco is a beautiful city, and the Warriors have postseason proven stars in Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. It's a natural fit, even if Butler's advanced age along with Steph and Draymond could lead to concerns about the longevity of this hypothetical new Warriors super team. Over at Bleacher Report, Eric Pincus has fashioned a 14 trade that lands Butler in a Warriors uniform. With so much uncertainty around Butler's future in Miami, it wouldn't be shocking if the Heat consider a trade. It's better to net value in return than to let Butler walk for nothing as a free agent. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.